I started to bar Massey's firm from most nightclubs. Really, the Manchester Door Wars was everybody against me. They were old mates, and two of Salford's most notorious villains. But when the Manchester Door Wars erupted in the early 90s, one Punch Paul Doyle and Big Paul Massey clashed in the most bloody and spectacular fashion. Both Doyle and Massey were graduates of Salford's Catholic reform schools, and as young men their paths soon crossed as they began carving out fearsome reputations in the city's criminal underworld. It's said Massey even gave his pal his nickname after witnessing him knock out 5 men in quick succession during a night out at Pip's nightclub in Manchester. From that moment, the underworld legend of One Punch was born. But fast forward to 1993, with gangs jostling to control the drug supply in Manchester's booming club scene, and venues targeted for protection money, Doyle and Massey found themselves at loggerheads. The roots of the dispute are murky. Doyle suggested it stemmed from a row over Massey and his Ordsall-based firm intruding on what he considered to be rival territory in Salford. In gang war, the inside story of Manchester's gangs, Peter Walsh says it was sparked by the shooting of Doyle's brother Bradley at the Valentine's Club, and while Doyle insisted he and Massey continued to share in mutual respect, the same couldn't be said for the rest of the crew. Doyle said, "I would never throw punches at Massey, not of fear, but out of friendship. But his firm despised me, whatever the reason for the fallout." When Massey's lads began causing a headache for the pub and club owners of Salford and Manchester, Doyle was the man they went to for help. "From being the biggest menace in Manchester, these club owners are coming to me, saying would I bar this firm from nightclubs?" Doyle told English, "If I've got this firm coming to me anyway, I'm thinking why not earn something? I started to bar Massey's firm from most nightclubs. Really, the Manchester Door Wars was everybody against me." Things came to a head after Doyle took over the door of Eccles pub, the Inn of Good Hope, with instructions to bar Massey's firm. Within a few days, he and fellow bouncer Graham Boardman, who was later rumored to have been murdered by drug barons in Spain, took on a skinhead gang called the Ugly Firm, who were friendly with Massey. Doyle said, "They was all leaving the place. One stopped and said, 'Doyle, what are you doing here?' I'm not gonna argue with anyone. I know what's gonna come." So I onslaughted him. His friends come running back in. As I onslaughted him, I'm looking at Graham massacring these other 10 to 15 lads, just going through them like a knife into butter. The next day, Massey and his crew turned up at the pub demanding answers. Doyle said, "Massey comes up. He says, 'Doyle, you shouldn't be barring us from this place. You're a friend. He's just given me a door to get out of.' I said, 'Massey, I'm glad you said I'm a friend, because you should be saying to me, if you're a friend, we'll drink somewhere else and let you earn money in peace.' He said, 'Yeah, but your boss, who's employing you here, shouldn't be. He's no friend of mine. I've got another kid with me who wants him a 1-to-1 for 20 grand. The offer of a straightener was wisely rejected, but from there things escalated quickly. In August 1993, Doyle and Boardman began running the door at Kiss nightclub in Bolton, to the annoyance of rivals who considered the club to be theirs. A few days later, just after final orders on a Saturday night, a black Vauxhall Astra pulled up outside the Inn of Good Hope. From the passenger side window, 11 bullets were fired at the door, hitting the bouncers in the legs and lower body. The next day, a gunman fired 4 times at the doorman of the Devonshire Arms, another pub where Doyle and Boardman ran the security. A 23-year-old customer was hit in the stomach and elbow. He only survived after undergoing 2 emergency operations. The breweries that owned the pubs put up a £10,000 reward to help bring the gunmen to justice. Speaking at the time, one club boss said, "The group have done a good clean job for us. Now they are coming under fire from a so-called security firm, who are simply trying to gain control of all lucrative night spots." It's old-fashioned protection, but with up-to-date weaponry. For their part, Doyle and Boardman kept stum. 10 days after the Devonshire Arms attack, police arrested 8 men in connection with the shootings, and another in attack on Manchester City Centre nightclub 21 Piccadilly.